What's up? This is Nick Hexum from 311, and you're listening to the 311 as Fuck Puffy Cast.
Bam! Alright, it's the 311 as Fuck Puffy Cast. This is Josh. Super high, so I was going to get that part out of the way. See, I have no idea what episode number this is. Once it got past like 5, it was hard to keep counting the numbers. Okay, so I got today with me on the other end of this, actually just sitting in the studio with me. I've got Ron Ivanjack, which is elite of the elite, I guess, as you would put it. Fucking 311 stuff, because I mean, same people who are always who always go to all the shows. Fucking, it's fucking Ron's the guy. So, thanks for doing this, Ron. I really appreciate it.
No, of course, man.
It's been fun. It's taken a while to fucking do this, but let's just jump right into it. Let's do your 311 origin story, and we'll just kind of go from there. So when did what got you into 311? Let's hear it.
All right, so it was winter of 90. It was either winter of 95 or like early into 96. My roommate in college brought the Blue album home, and he's like, "Dude, you got to hear this." I don't know if I had seen the Down video yet or not. I don't remember that, but he put on the Blue album, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty great. And
yeah.
by time we've gotten to Hive, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. This is amazing. I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. That's wow. 95, man. That's God. I got into it 10 years after that. I wish I could. We were talking earlier. I was listening to a live show today from like 97. and it's got that Transistor Blue Album kind of like really hardcore mixed together. I'm like, man, I wish I could have been around during like that early stuff. But 95. That's because they put out those first 3 albums so quick, and then like the Blue Album's one that kind of stuck. But fuck yeah. So where'd it go from there? So you said you hadn't seen the video, you heard the Blue Album. Did you immediately go like, okay, I gotta find out more about what the fuck is happening, or like what you see live too?
Yeah, so actually I kind of like hit this little vortex. So I mean, like I distinctly remember. So I turned 21 around that time. So I distinctly remember being at the bars and them playing down and all mixed up. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is awesome. But like my roommate had the CD, so I never bought it. And at that point, I really wasn't listening to the radio at all. So like when Transistor came out, I had no idea that had even happened. So in December of '97, and I can get real precise because I got the infamous spreadsheet in front of me. December 11, 1997. So I lived in Chicago, and so our local radio station Q101 was having their annual Christmas show, and the headliner was The Cure. And I was a big Cure fan, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to see that. And the first band that played was 311. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And actually the first song that they played that night was Hive. So Hive has kind of like always been the most visceral song for me.
Oh wow, that's as an opener song, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to say. And as your first song ever live, that's even more fucking amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, I got deep roots with that song for sure.
I get that. Yeah, I that totally makes sense. Fuck yeah, damn, that's an awesome opener song. I like it when they just come out and just. Don't get me wrong, I love Welcome and I love like a Jamie intro, but I also love it like when they did that Transistor intro in Nashville, which you were there. Fucking yeah, you were at the Nashville show. Fucking God, I was not expecting that at the Nashville. I mean, I don't know if I talked to you since that Nashville show.
I don't think so. No.
I was not fucking expecting that at that show.
Not at all.
Because it was such a weird fucking day, like the line and everything, and man, it was crazy. But I wasn't expecting the Transistor intro. But fuck, it blew my mind. That was amazing. But I don't know what I like better, a Jamie intro like Welcome. Or it starts out Jamie, but Welcome also's got that fucking kick to it, or just something out of the blue like Hive. Hive seems out of the blue to me, but I don't know if it was back then. But fuck yeah, I know they do TMP combo a couple times, which totally seems out of the blue. But fuck yeah, if that's not a way to start a show, it's like walking in and shooting a gun off in like a fucking church.
Yeah, but they really the last couple of years they've really changed things up because before there's maybe 4 or 5 songs that you kind of knew, okay, they're going to open up with one of these songs. But like a couple of years ago, they started it's just like whatever, Yeah. They've opened shows with Margin to Margin, and just.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they're just doing whatever at this point, which is great, and that's part of what got me super into the traveling and all that.
Hey, you see, okay, you've got the spreadsheets in front of you, which I think is awesome.
I get a lot of shit about it. I do math for a living. I work with spreadsheets for a living, so this is just a natural extension.
Yeah, well, see, I do the same thing. I'm an accountant too. I just hate doing it's almost got me so like I don't even want to like check my email now when I'm not at work. So like I just get fucking Excel away from me out of work. But I finally put together like my show count list and all that, and I should have put the songs together while I was doing it, but I just finally counted it out and. I started a spreadsheet finally, so I'm proud of myself for doing that. I went so long just determined not to, but after a while I was like, man, I want to know. I kind of want to know what's left, or how much more. What's. And that was kind of cool because Nashville was like 75, and I felt like, oh, that's kind of special, and it's dumb.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So looking at your spreadsheets, what's the cool openers that you've seen? Like, are there any other that kind of stick out to you besides Hive? Don't want to make you like look into it, or what can you think of? Because I know you've been to a lot of shows. Probably maybe the most. I know a couple. I've seen a few other people who've been to like 200 plus shows, but I feel like that's a really.
It's a small
spoiler
list.
alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry. Yeah. But
I'm up there.
Yeah. Like what? Damn, do you know who are you do you have the most shows?
I do not.
Ah,
There's at least one person with more. Maybe others, but I don't know, not sure. But I'm out there, so you know.
No, that's amazing. I mean, so we'll get to that. What's can you think of any cool openers, or let's just go back to your first show, I guess. What after Hive like really was like holy shit to you?
You know, it was a short set. So my spreadsheet, I don't have all the songs in there. That's probably like the next evolution of the spreadsheet. It was a short set. I mean, they got about 30 minutes, and so
okay.
Yeah, it was just
cool.
They played Beautiful Disaster, and then it was like
was it a really small venue?
No, it was gigantic. It was the United Center where the Chicago Bulls play.
Oh, cool.
And we had terrible seats all the way up in the back, far from my rail days.
Wow. And they opened with Hive. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
No, I mean it's always Hive, like 311. You know, the 311 days when they've opened with it, and the cruises when they've opened with it. That just always gets me. I guess the thing that blew my mind a little bit. So this past summer, obviously they were going very, very heavy Mosaic, and Perfect Mistake was opening up the majority of the shows, and so there was all the speculation at the Houston show. Okay, it's the Transistor anniversary. Are they going to play it or not? And so we kind of heard, no, they're probably not going to play it. But I was like, just through Twitter and stuff, like, hey, I think Transistor intro into Perfect Mistake, I think that works, and they did that. Now I'm not saying I invented the idea, but it was just.
No, absolutely.
I said it, and then they did it, and like, fuck yeah!
No, I think tweets are like stored in like the Library of Congress, so I'm pretty sure it's official.
I think so.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Which is terrible for me because I do nothing but tweet fucking nonsense. So I'm glad there's a recorded effort to keep that. Thanks, guys. But yeah, no. So that's fuck yeah, that's cool. 30-minute show. So were you like hooked right then on that? Was it just like immediate crack, or like when did you really start getting like obsessed like that? Because man, I think most 311s are it's like a weird obsession that takes over with it. Obviously,
oh, yeah.
It's hard to put into words. We all understand it, But I mean, and people think I go extreme with some shows and stuff, but I'm like, guys, probably to most people, yeah. But it's usually just southern areas, and I rarely travel unless it's like a special event.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a slow burn. So what really started to blow it up? So like I said, when Transistor came out, like I didn't even know about it. I wasn't listening to the radio. I don't think it got really much play on MTV, so I kind of had no idea. Before Sound System came out, they released Come Original, and I was listening to the radio at that point. And I'm like, oh man, this is fucking great.
Oh, cool.
And so then I'm like, okay, I gotta go back and I gotta get the other stuff. So then I went and I bought Transistor and I bought music and I got Grassroots all at the same time, which was weird. Like for the longest time, I couldn't even remember like which one came first, music or Grassroots. Like chronologically, I was like, because I was hearing them on the same day for the first time.
Yeah.
So it was just like all this overload, and Transistor. Controversial. I'm like, this is kind of weak, and I pretty much set it aside for a couple of years. Honestly,
sure.
It took me a while. So in 2000 is the first time I saw him play a headline show. So this was still on the Sound System tour, and they did play Hive that show as well. They didn't open with it, but they did play it. And then from that point, I was like, okay. Any shows in the Chicago, Wisconsin, Indiana area, I'm gonna go to these.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was phase one, let's say.
It's like 2001-ish, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How'd you? Because you were at, we're talking about 311 Day and everything. How'd you get to O2? Was it just obviously like were you like just into the community then, or? Because I feel like the first couple 311 Day, like the first one, Brett kind of. I asked him if it felt like a 311 Day show or it felt like a New Orleans show. Right. And he said it kind of maybe felt more like a New Orleans show. Like, what do you think about that, the second one? Like, what got you there and because that's cool. I mean, that's I almost feel like the first 311 Day show. I almost feel like is like a myth because I don't know I don't think anybody who's even been there. Maybe Brett, I think, was there. Got lucky enough to go there, but even I tried to get him on for a Puffy Cast to talk about it, but he's like, "Man, honestly, I don't remember anything special about it." You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, Brett. But yeah, I mean, so what got you to that 311 Day? Because that's fucking cool.
Well, so like right, the first 311 Day. I mean, at that point, I mean, traveling wasn't even really that much of a. I mean, that wasn't even a thought in my head. And then afterwards, like you kind of saw the set list and that they played a really long time. Like, oh, okay, kind of mental note. So then when they put 311 Day 02 on sale, you know, it was at least hyped up a little bit. Like, hey, you know, special 311 extravaganza, and I'm like, oh man, I got to do this. I'd never been to New Orleans, and I was wanting to go to New Orleans, and was with my first wife there at the time, and I was just like, hey, like, you know, can we do this? And she agreed. She agreed to go.
Ah, that's cool.
She hated it, by the way. Way too long.
Yeah, I had a friend who went once who wasn't in 311 at all, and it was like 311 in 2010, which is a long one, man.
Yeah.
I remember at the end of that one, I was like, we were up front, like person right behind the rail, hadn't left there all night, rocked the fuck out all night, and by like the end of that, and that was like the first Puffy Ant show too, because I was just worn the fuck out, like rocked really fucking hard. I remember like Unity was like one of the, not the last song, but like one of the last songs.
Mm-hmm.
I remember spitting into my hand and rubbing my mouth, trying to get in my mouth because it was so fucking dry, and I was wanting to sing Unity so fucking bad, and so I was like just rubbing my mouth with it. So I get it, man. You know, it's that's hard for a lot of people. I'm glad I like the 2-day shows now. I think that's. You get more songs, number one, you know, and you get more Sugar Ray songs too. So that's that's also a plus. I was looking at this. You got Deer Maker in 04, and I got an audio today of that from like live311.com, and it was they played it in Philly like after that. I was listening to Nick, some of the in between, you know, I like the Live 311 stuff because it like you get all that extra like band chatter in between the songs, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's one that they released. It's funny to me that they released it, but like halfway through the song, somebody's like gets in a fight or somebody drops somebody, and it looks like they hurt. Like the crowd like reacts to it, and 311 stops in the middle of the song and says, "Hold up, are they okay?" And like it takes it's like maybe a 30-second pause, and they go like right back into like "Don't Stay Home." So to me, that's funny that they released that. But I was thinking like some of these like rare fucking songs, man. What is there anything you haven't seen? What song you're like? Because I feel like I've gotten most just from 311 Days and everything, right. You know, beyond. And you've been. I feel like they played everything since 02. So I don't think you missed anything they played at 2000 that they haven't played since. You know, is there anything that you haven't gotten or anything?
I mean, after Archive came out, you know, now it's getting a little froggier, you know, in terms of what do you count? I would say before Archive, I've heard everything that they're going to realistically play. No, I haven't heard CTM, but I don't want to hear that song. By the way, side note. So as far as anything that they like reasonably ever have played. Yeah, I've heard it all. At least once.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people who want to hear "See You, Tim." It's a cool song, but it's definitely, I don't know. It'd be cool just the fact that it's so old and it's out there. You're right about Archive adding songs to it. That was nice. It was nice to add. You know, between a couple years, we got a lot of songs thrown into the 311 count, which makes it even harder to fucking get a set list now. You know, you almost have to go all the shows to get everything because they do mix it up and everything. So 02, how long was that show?
I think that was like around 4 hours.
That's cool.
Something like that.
Your wife hated it. That's fun. Were you like a rail person by then?
No. This was full on in the seats. Back in the easy days. Although,
yeah, I know.
Actually, it was still a pain in the ass because in 02 and 04, actually in 06 as well, the entire venue was GA. So even though we didn't want to be on the rail, we wanted to have the best seat that we could. So we were still there, all friggin' day.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's I'm glad they did add that too, because I don't know how it was in 04, but 06 you had to there was a line to get to the floor line to get the bracelet, and then there was a line to get in. It was such a weird long day to get up there in 06. How was it in 04? That's weird for it to be GA, because my buddy lost his wristband halfway through in 06, and we had to go sit in the seats after that. And some dude came back and we were sitting here and it's it's on GA. I don't know, man. Sorry. Don't yell at me. You lost it. I don't know what to tell you. And it's just it's fucking it's funny to fight somebody in the seats. But that's weird in 02. Is there anything else you remember 02? Was there any weird puppets or stage stuff back then?
Actually, I think some of the puppet stuff that they had on the DVD in 04. I think they had, I think the I don't know if it was the Dracula and the Jester, but I believe that they did some of that stuff as well, from what I remember.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. No, before when we were in line there for the O2 show, whatever, there was some kind of commotion, and then I looked over, and Peanut had come out, and he was on the other side of the fence, and it was really weird because everyone just stood in a straight line, and Peanut just went down this straight line and took pictures with everybody through the fence. So that was my first time meeting one of the members, and we both looked like we were
fucking 311 day. That's cool.
Yeah, right. And at 311 day, yeah. It was weird. The merch was not a big deal. There was just so little. I mean, there was a poster which wasn't hard to get. It was back in the glory days where all that stuff was just easy.
I know. Well, I was able to get an old poster. I have an old 311 day poster now, or even 10 years ago it was easy. You could get eBay and stuff like that. It wasn't crazy like it is now.
Right.
With some of the stuff.
Right.
They look at their webpage now. They got so many posters on the webpage from the tours. It's there's still stuff out there if you want it. There's foils on there.
I know. Yeah, it's really kind of. I think it's peaked and now it's leveling out.
Well, it's so many posters. We do a different poster for every show. It just becomes, and there's. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're all great. I've taken advantage of. I barely get any merch when I go, just because it's just fucking a pain to deal with, and I'm so just stoked and stoned. The cruise ones. I'm so glad this last cruise they finally just printed 10,000 posters.
Right.
that was nice. That was nice for a change.
I've had to severely alter my poster philosophy, because before I was just well, yeah, man, I'm gonna get one for every show I go to, and that quickly adds up. And
do you have any 311 shrines or anything like that in your house? I imagine you've got just a 20 year, it feels like it's almost 20 years worth, of just 311 just shows and stuff like that. I'm sure you just have me. I basically just got. I don't even have any room on my walls for any posters. I'm pretty much at limit for it to get little too much. Unless I literally just wallpaper with poster in my apartment, but some of these posters are dark and scary, so I don't know. Some of them are really lighthearted, but I don't know. That Chicago skull poster I'm looking at right now is kind of hardcore.
Yeah. I've got them kind of throughout the entire house, but the main, I've got kind of a main. I guess you call it a man cave, but it's on the second floor, but. I've got it's just every inch of the wall is covered in autographed posters and all this kind of stuff, and other memorabilia that I've gotten, and then I'm a musician, so my drum set's in there, and my guitars, and I've also got a lot of Kiss paraphernalia as well, and some baseball stuff. So it's just the ultimate Ron room.
So. Let's see. So you've been what's your show count? Because I don't think if you want to say it.
I'm at
what's the
237.
Oh, fuck yeah! That's fuck yeah! That's amazing. So So okay, so the person who's in front of you, is that the person who had like the 250 sign on the cruise?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's hardcore. That shit's amazing. Like I said, I felt 75 to me is pretty good because that's like 10 years worth, you know. So I really kicked it in like 10 years. God, it's more than 10 years now. We're at fucking 12 years, but really like 5-6 years ago, I kind of kicked it in hardcore. When was it that you kind of where it just became like fuck? I need it. You know, I gotta have that. I need that 311 fucking IV. For me, it was like immediately because we went to like maybe 3 shows my first year, and I thought that was pretty fucking impressive. Just went on a random road trip to go see him because we had to go see him, and those are like some of my favorite shows. Like we had the Nashville. They came through Nashville in 2005. But we just needed it before, like 2 weeks before, just fuck it, and just went to Chicago. You know, just had to do it, you know? Like show number 2 show number 1 was actually like, or 2, we just had to fucking do it. Like when did it kick in, like for the, you know, having to fucking, to see them?
So it was 2008. So I was in the process of getting divorced, and they decided to move to California from Chicago, and really just, you know, I was like, oh, well, okay, I guess it's just about me now. So what do I want to do? Oh, fuck, I'm going to go see a lot of 311 shows.
Nice.
So yeah, 2008. I saw him 10 times in 2008. That was the first year that started to jump up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Was that all like, was that traveling or was it all like West Coast type stuff?
Let's see here.
Or traveling West Coast type stuff, you know? Because for me, it's like if they're 5 hours within, you know, that's feasible. You know, I can totally get there and get back 5 hours. So if they're within 5 hours of me, I'm always going to be there. You know?
Yeah. So it's a combination. I actually had the first show of the spring tour was in Vegas, so this was like right at, like literally, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get divorced. Hey, 311's starting the tour on a Friday in Vegas. That seems like a single guy thing to do.
Yeah.
So so I did that, and I was still in Chicago at the time. So then 311 was like 2 weeks later, and then like 2 weeks after that, I saw him in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and then I saw a bunch of shows, 3 shows in California, and then back home in Chicago, Milwaukee, and then I went to Austin, Texas, and they played 2 shows there. So it was the travel was starting, and then 2009 is when I moved to California officially.
Gotcha. Fuck yeah. That was a crazy time, man. 2009 with 311 and stuff like that. Because it's really like when I guess, you know, the online community kind of really started, you know, getting together and stuff. 2009, 2010. That's cool. So 10 then, and like, how many did you see this year? So 10 your first year. How many shows like 2017?
34.
And you're gonna get one more for New Year's Eve, right? Are you getting is that the next show? Is that New Year's Eve? Are they playing any more before then?
No, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is the next one.
Okay, 34. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's my second highest. 2011. So I knew I was gonna get laid off from my job, and I'd been there for like 13 years, so I was getting like 9 months severance pay.
Nice.
Literally, like my last day of work was like the day before they played the Jimmy Kimmel show, which was the first thing that they did before the tour started. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just taking the summer off. And so I did. I forget 20 some shows that summer, but for the year of 2011, I did 37 shows. So
Fuck yeah.
That was the high water mark.
Dude, I gotta say, I would do it in a heartbeat. Fuck yes. Because I love it. I did like the 4 shows in a row, and this last fall tour, and that was fucking amazing. It's like an amazing high that you can't explain to people. I'd fucking do it in a heartbeat.
And it was, so like that year, there was spring, summer, and fall, and so basically 3 times I went coast to coast, in some shape or form. And I could have done more. Looking back now, I'm like, Jesus. Okay, if I just did 34 shows with a job. I was unemployed in 2011. How did I only do 37? I feel like a slacker.
That's amazing. Fuck yeah. I feel like that's all I do now. Like I said, I think this year I did, counting the cruises and everything, I think I got 10 total this year.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good year, I think. It really helps with like all the events, you know, because you get a good amount in all those. Even though I gotta say it again, it's the set list the counting of the set list makes crazy sense to me, you know, and I consider like you count the same as like a festival show as like 311 2002. You know, I feel like once you can maybe get like an asterisk or something like that. Or, you know, at least highlighted a different color on the spreadsheet, you know.
Yeah,
that's
sense.
Fuck yeah. What's the craziest thing you think you've seen in all this stuff?
Oh, jeez.
It's a lot of shows.
Now I'm trying. I don't remember what city. There was some city where a girl jumped up on stage and hugged Peanut and really freaked him out.
Atlanta, I think.
Was it?
I think maybe like 2012, 13 or something like that.
It was a couple years back. I feel like it was a summer thing. Yeah.
I feel like Atlanta, that was really weird. Yeah, because nobody reacted to it immediately. Because she was up there kind of for like a second, and then it seemed like somebody kind of came and got her.
Yeah, like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't right.
Yeah. Is there any... so you've gotten, what, applied science probably 200 something times?
Oh, yeah.
That's... What's do you have that sorted out on your spreadsheet, like what you've seen the most?
I haven't done that, and I feel like I should have started that 10 years ago, because now it would just be... Although it's kind of slow at work right now, so maybe that'll be my project for next week.
Yeah, I wonder what it would be. Maybe might be a tie, but I'm thinking maybe Come Original, because that one's played a lot. Because I started 311's got a pretty decent stats page on their page, and I started just going looking because I think Matty K asked me if we ever heard Waiting, and I was like, yeah, of course. And then I tried to think of when I heard Waiting, and fuck, man, I've never heard Waiting. So I started going back, and their stats page is pretty good because it has like how many songs a thing's been played. I think it has like the last time something's been played. Even though it was wrong, they had like a song debuting at 311 Day that they didn't play off Mosaic. Yeah, because every time I see a the 311 set list thing too, it always you're like the set list guy now on there. Like it always has like the Ron fucking set list.
Well, let me tell you why that is. So I said part of my man cave is got Kiss stuff, right? So when I was 4 years old, I was entranced by Kiss. So that was just that was the band for me.
I gotta say I love Kiss, man. when I was like before I really got into 311 and I got into Kiss one summer, I was like, God gave rock and roll to you. I want that played at my funeral. That's amazing, you know. I get it, dude. I love that fucking rock disco. They've got a lot of great songs. I actually pulled up Dr. Love today and was playing Dr. Love today.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Fuck yeah, that's cool.
So back in 2000, they'd announced their farewell tour, and yes, they're still playing. I know, but it ended up basically being like the farewell to the original four members. But I mean, at the time, I'm like, okay, look, they're like 45 years old, 50 years old. Come on, they can't keep doing this. I really believe that this is it. So I'm like, I gotta go to as many shows as I possibly can. And so I saw them 12 times that year in 2000. Traveled as far as California.
They put on a crazy show too, don't they? With like the explosions and shit.
Yeah, and no set list changes though, so it's like the same show 12 times. But
sure,
I'm like, I gotta do this. So then once it turned out that wait a minute, they're not really stopping. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not gonna travel all over the country to see not the original four. So I started looking, this is right around the time that I'm getting deeper and deeper into 311, and so I'm looking at their set list page. I'm like, well, wait a minute, these guys play different songs every night.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense to travel for that. So I mean, that's how I started traveling for 311. Basically,
sure.
The bug had bit me with Kiss, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to just apply this here to a different band. And so basically it was that set list page that kind of gave me that was the aha moment that, oh man, like this totally makes sense. So even though I realize now with Facebook and all this stuff, it really that that page isn't as important as it used to be. But for me, it's just sort of an old school tip of the cap. Hey, this set list page helped me back in the day, and so this is my little way to give back. So yeah, I try to get one for every show I can, and send it in, and put any notes if they didn't if there was something that wasn't played or whatever. So I know, because people are like, well, how many set lists do you need? Blah blah blah. That's why I do it.
Sure, no, I totally get that. No, I'm with you on that. That man, back in, I got into them in 2005, 311 stuff, and like I said, when I got into them, man, like it was like immediately like just give me that stamp right now, and this is what I do now. So I just got into it, and that's when 311 Tribute was a big part of my life. 311 Tribute was almost more like because God, Alyssa was like just on like updates and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But also the setlist page, because what got me into 311 was that 311 Day DVD, and there's all those songs, and then like you said, looking at their set list, like, oh my God, they play Wake Your Mind Up every 7 shows or something like that, or something, something like that, now. Which now there's so many songs, it's just like I feel like you have to go to the events. Either do what you do and just get them all the time, or you got to do the events now, like to get everything you want to do. Because I'm stoned and I just thought about it, but man, do you remember we totally like kind of just fucking bombed up with Nick when he was in Nashville?
Yeah, so that was the most awkward interaction I think I've ever had with him.
I know.
We were all tired. It was kind of cold, and he came out and it was just like, "Hey," and like we didn't know what else to say. And he's just like,
"I know."
All right.
I know. Do you want to get a picture? It was like it was almost like he was wanting us to talk to him too, but we were just like, what? I don't. Fuck.
Yeah, it was one of those deals. It was like for me the third show in a row. I'm just like, I'm just tired. I got nothing to say, man.
Me too.
I'll see you on the
Me too,
man.
I know. Me too, man. And what's funny is because we totally, had every intention of going and doing that, and then it just kind of happened. And when it happened so fast.
Yeah.
That's funny. The only reason I thought about that is because I remember Chad said after that, somebody said, play so and so, and he said, we got 180 songs. It's like, we try, and it's true, man. Like, there's just so many songs now. Like I said, you probably just got to go to an event, or just go see a bunch of shows. Which the events kind of rule, anyways. Because I just love that 311ness. Like 311, I love the cruises and all that stuff like that, but I think 311 Day is my favorite thing. Maybe kind of like your Hive story, because I got christened with that 311 Day DVD. I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about that energy at these shows, and especially at the 311 Day show, that you really just can't put into words. Talking about like that, like how would you express, if you could express, I guess, this weird, addictive, rabid feeling that we need for this music? How would you like why? Like if you had to explain to somebody who's doesn't explain it, like what is it about 311 that you just need, because I totally get it, and it's hard for me to put it into words, and I have a fucking podcast where the only thing that matters is words, and it's a constant way of me just talking, like I don't know how to say this, but like if it's like because man, this all these shows that we 3 in a row, I get you, like we're just tired by that point, but fuck, man, if as soon as the show starts and it's like your body changes, like I don't know, it's like you have no control of how you rock out, like he doesn't have to tell us to jump. The fucking, like, I just jump up during this fucking song, it's, I don't know, how would you explain it to this crazy 311 addiction?
It's just this emotional, visceral response to certain music. Everybody's got their own style or their own songs that quote unquote speaks to them, right? And
but not every band has this type of like rabidness, I guess, to it.
Agreed.
Like my parents don't really have like a super favorite. Maybe my mom loves the Eagles, but she doesn't have like an Eagles tattoo or need like 30 need a foil Eagles poster, like a show or something like that, But like, what is it about 311? Because even Nick said it. It's a weird, community now. It's like community, may clash with each other at times. And, to me, there's like you talk about bulletin board versus 311. Familia, it's like almost like a Twitter versus Facebook. It's almost like you get two different. It's like two different type of vibes.
Yeah,
those groups on Facebook are just like crazy to me. Oh my god! But Twitter is just, I don't know. It's not like that. Like what is it about this fandom that, I don't know, really makes it crazy?
It's. I think it's this weird combination of, the band has the way that they present themselves. With the positive messages, and. So that it's kind of their message is unifying, right? And so the fans that get it sort of get that unification, and so it becomes this bigger thing, and just with the fact that the band is there just as dudes, they're so genuine, they're real people, every single time I've seen them, every time isn't like an amazing experience, sometimes somebody's in a bad mood, they're humans. It happens. They're just they're real, they're accessible, and with just the effort that they give, bands I go see a lot of bands. Bands don't change their set lists. This band cares so much, and the people that kind of get it hard because there's that appreciation for, hey, you guys don't have to be doing what you're doing,
Yeah, well, exactly. Fuck yeah. That's why I get so annoyed. I get people just complaining about, like, I don't know if it's ticket prices, the pre-sale shows, or I'm just so grateful for whatever, Fuck if 311 Day shouldn't be 3 times more than what it should cost for what you fucking get out of it and stuff like that. Especially in most recent years. Just this year's expensive, but only because it's, fuck yeah, man. If it's going to be smaller, go big or go home, I feel like. Right. But, I was thinking, I bought 311 Day 2006. I didn't get pre-sale. First time I ever got pre-sale was 08. But I said, fucking, I got eBay. And I paid a pretty steep price on eBay, and it was like $180. Which, to me, is like, even now I'm looking back. I paid $180 once for a 9 Inch Nails, just normal, a fucking Nashville show. Okay. And, talk about all the shows and everything like that, too. God, 311, you can usually get the show $40 maybe with, fees and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but fuck if that isn't reasonable as fuck for a band that's been around for as long as they have and does as great of a show that, as they do and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think what you said about 311 is everything, a bit of it was amazing. I have this, like, theory that, like, you look at music in general, and different cultures, different time periods, different everything. There's always been, like, the rhythm of the universe, and, like, I explained what I feel like with 311 the same way I tried to explain when I was little with, like, religion. It's just like something that just takes over, and it's a weird energy. And the music, when you think about religious music, people who are into religious music are really into fucking religious music. My grandparents love that shit. Mm-hmm. They go to, like, religious singings like I do 311, and I'm like, when if they ever say anything to me, I'm like, fucking, you get it, same shit. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm cussing now. Cussing at these, like, 2 old religious people. Maybe that's why they don't get it. I don't know.
You're going to mass again? It's the same songs as last week.
I don't know. How many times are you going to cry at fucking, Amazing Grace? Like, Jesus, fuck. I'm just kidding. Fucking, I sing Amber every time. It's like, that's Amazing Grace is like our fucking, the Amber of, like, the religious world. But, I always say, with the universe, man, I feel like, people want to say math is like the language of the universe. I feel like music is what connects us to the universe. If the universe is like a ever expanding, whatever this thing is right now, and music's always been different for everybody, and it's always been there, even like medieval time bullshit music, there's always just been like, and I feel like, I don't know, 311, like you said, with the positivity and stuff like that. Like, me and Medicaid used to say they were aliens because there's just something weird that just just takes over that you can't explain. You did a great job of fucking explaining it, but I feel like I'm just connected, plugged into the universe whenever I'm rocking out.
Yeah,
I think is my long story short, like explanation for this 311 stuff.
And kind of speaking of that, a couple of years ago, so there's a fella from Colorado, that I'll see the shows around that area and stuff, and he came up to me before one show, and we were just hanging out. It was like at a casino, right? So we were like hanging out by the bar, and I don't drink on show days, and he was drinking and stuff, and he's like, I kind of like need to like have a couple of drinks or whatever, kind of like get in the mood, get in the vibe. He's like, it's so amazing that like you don't even need that, like just like the music and the music alone just like takes you to this place, and like that's so amazing. I'm so envious of that, and it's really true. I mean, it's a big deal for me,
Yeah. And I hear like the sound system on that Jamaica cruise is like, fuck if there wasn't something crazy. Crazy energy during that show.
Yeah.
Might have been the acid. It might have been the fact that I was like right up front, dead center. But like if that wasn't like just some universe defining role for like my life.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about some of these shows. Like that Natural show to me, just something special, man. That was a good show. Even though we miffed it at the beginning of it, they were still not enough to play Transistor intro for us.
And at least the AC stayed on as well, so that was helpful.
Yeah, oh yeah, you were at that show last year where the fucking power went out.
Yep.
That was crazy. Let's see. You went to the Halloween show on the fall tour?
Yeah.
Were you at the Halloween show?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. So talking about the kiss thing, Tim walks out and he's fucking dressed as Ace Frehley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
that's cool.
That alone was like, oh my god, it's just amazing. They played a lot of deep cuts. It was great.
Yeah, I'm actually so glad they didn't do Atlanta again, because like with the accountant stuff, like oh god, the last day of the month and the first.
Oh yeah.
The roughest days for me are the last day of the month, the 1st, and the 10th, because I have like end of year shit to do. Like the 10th is like the last day.
Yeah.
So like last through 11 day, like I flew in fucking late night on the 9th. Yeah. I think they played 11th and 12th last time, so I flew in like fuck, man. So this year, luckily, it's the 10th and 11th. I'm so glad they're not like 3-9 or 3-10. I'm glad they're 3-11.
Yeah.
That works out.
Yeah, it gets tricky to get work around the work schedule. That's March time is my busiest time of the year, so it's a little tricky. Fortunately, I've been there for a few years, and so they get it. It's like, look, you're gonna let me take these days off, or I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. So let's cut the bullshit and make this work out.
That's and thing about 311, every 311 fan is like that 311 guy at that 311 place,
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like, it's like we're that there's fucking Ron, the 311 dude, Yeah. It's just like, that's just how I am. And I've actually had like 3 or 4 people. One was like an older lady once. It totally was a weird elevator experience. She like looks at me. She goes, "Hey, you got the 311 license plate, don't you?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And she's just she goes, "Oh man, they're great. I love the Blue album." Like they'll say something like that. And I'm like, "Oh, they're amazing. They're coming out with a new album next week, or something." I just immediately just go, "They're gonna be here, at the end of the month. I'm seeing them 4 times,
Yeah, I know. I always love them. I'm like, well, they're coming next month. Are you going? I didn't know. I'm like, well, dude, go get tickets. They're coming.
Yeah. That's funny. So let's talk about let's talk about you meeting your wife, because that's cool. That's a cool story. Brett talked about, I think, when you guys met in 2004, and I thought that was a cool story. You guys just in line together.
Yeah.
Because one of my best, one of my good buddies, McGuire, I met at like 3rd cruise, maybe the 4th cruise. My bag took forever to get to the room on the first show, and I didn't have my weed for the first show. And McGuire was like right with me at the show, and we were kind of rocking out. And I was like, "Hey man, I got a lot of weed coming in my room. So if you smoke me out now," I was like, "If you smoke me out now, we'll we'll go smoke a lot of weed later. And fuck if we just haven't been like really good friends ever since. We've been up. I actually snuck weed on the last cruise for him. So fuck yeah. But yeah, so like so I just a lot of people meet a lot of people like at these shows, and who actually just I met the Travises by circumstance. By we were on the same flight coming back from the first cruise. So it was kind of cool. Like and then we kind of talked the whole flight home. They ended up giving me a ride to my apartment and. It's kind of been, good friends ever since. It's just, it's crazy how you meet these people. Like, so meeting your wife. Let's hear that story.
So, you were talking before about the Familia. So I was in the early days, and actually I was an admin for a year or so.
Nice. Oh, God bless you, dude.
At the time, it seemed like a big deal. It's like, I'm a fucking admin,
I get it, man. I wouldn't want to put that responsibility on anybody. I've seen
what a pain in the
ass. Admin for the 311 day group this year, got her personal account attacked. Like her work account got attacked because she was admin in that group. So I wouldn't. God, like I said, the internet was like a pure time here, but fuck if that wasn't around the time where shit didn't start getting like just weird, like talk about the cruise versus the flag and and just all these weird groups and everything like that and so, fuck man, admin of 311 groups. Okay, sorry, I'm stoned and rambled on that one.
No worries.
I'll admit that one. Here, I'll make a note not to do that next time. So yeah, okay, you're 311. You're the admin of the 311 Familia. Bless you. Fuck. Let's go from there.
So one of the things that of course we're trying to do is keep out the infamous trolls. So when a request would come in, there was 4 of us at the time. So when a request came in, it's like, hey, whoever sees it, go to the person's page and try to figure out, do they seem like they're legit, or is it like somebody joined Facebook last week and so this is probably a troll. So somebody had requested, a girl requested to join, and I went to her page. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. But wait a minute, who's this girl in this picture? Oh, let's see if there's any other pictures of that other girl. Oh boy, here's a whole bunch. Okay, well let's click on the link. Oh, I can go to that girl's Facebook profile, and she doesn't have it locked down. So even though we're not friends, I can kind of pretty much see everything. And I'm like, okay, well, she's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. She loves the White Sox. Okay, friend request sent. This was my wife Becky. And
nice.
So we're just doing the Facebook chat for a little bit, and then I'm kind of slyly like, hey, maybe this would be easier if we do this over text. Can I get your number? So then we're texting for a couple of weeks, and then okay, well, should we talk on the phone? And so we start. So this was like November of 2011. So that was my big massive travel year. And so I had already known I was going to several shows on the fall/winter tour in late November and December, and I don't remember what city it is. So she at the time, she had just moved to South Carolina. I was in California, so we're totally coast to coast. And they were supposed to play, and I can't think of the city. In one of those cities there in the South, and she was going as well. I'm like, well, cool. I guess we'll meet then. And the show ended up being canceled. And so that's like, well, okay. We were both going to be in Chicago for Christmas though, so I was like, well, hey, let's meet at that point. Like, okay, cool. So this is all during this. We talked. It was like the day after Thanksgiving. We talked on the phone for like 3 hours, although it should have been 3 hours and 11 minutes, but it wasn't. But anyway, the next morning I wake up and she's like, hey, so I just bought tickets to the Connecticut and the Atlantic City shows, which were like in a couple of days. So our first date, we met. I picked her up at the airport in New Jersey, and that was the first time we met in person. And then we drove to Atlantic City and saw the show. And then the next day we drove to Unkinsville, Connecticut, and saw the show there. And then ended up driving back through New York. So our first date was 3 days long, and we were in 3 different states. And that would have been really awkward if we didn't like each other. So luckily it worked out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was about to say I had that exact same Facebook story, except it ended with like a fucking police report. Yeah,
it could have gone either way, but yeah, this worked out.
Oh, that's cool, man. Fuck yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah, it's cool. I've met some cool people in Nashville, who I didn't know. Like, so you always feel like, wish to see 311 people everywhere. It's always when you see somebody who like loves 311, it's like, finding like a long lost relative, like an old stepbrother that you you didn't know about. Oh, we're cousins. We're like second cousins. That's cool. Fuck yeah. So that's cool, man. Fuck yeah. So. You guys, I was about to say she wasn't in. She go to the fall tour shows with you. I know she went in Atlanta or not Atlanta, Nashville with you the fall tour. But I see you guys together a lot too. But so how's that? So the rail thing, like let's talk about the rail thing because I'm with you on the rail. The rail is fucking the best, dude. I don't have to get it every time. Like so when I get it, I take advantage of it and rock the fuck out. Yeah. But I always try to get as up front as close as possible. So when I get rail, it's great to get rail, And I was so proud of myself in Nashville because I was technically before, even though the line got all fucking crazy in fucking Nashville, and full of just nonsense. I was technically like in line before you in Nashville, and I think that's the first time everything. A little bit. I know you're running a little bit behind that day, and thank God, yeah. So I was so proud of it. I was like, I finally did it, man. I'll always get up front, man. And like I said, you were at that Cincy show too, where the line kind of split last minute, and I ended up getting up front. That's funny.
You were in the know, so you got to take advantage of information. So that was.
I just saw it happen, and I was just happened to be walking, trying to find a place in the line, And as soon as I saw it, I just did it, and it happened, I saw Suzanne, definitely spoke to the man, tried to speak to the manager about it. Not about me, but I get it, man. That happens all the fucking time for no fucking reason. Like the Nashville show, how it just turned into like a weird, racehorse run into the fucking stage type event. It's just that's just crazy. It's crazy how these places just can't fucking. I'm here, but they probably don't have to deal with it with that many people. 311, it's crazy. I think Vanessa said, they slept outside at fucking we've all done like crazy stuff. And like think about Atlanta, every time that 311 played in Atlanta and fucking you try to get there early, like every year in Atlanta, like for like 2 hours it would just rain fucking really fucking hard. Yeah. So like you put up with a lot of bullshit, fucking that stuff. What's the craziest you've ever done, like to get up front?
Atlanta this summer. We were in line, get in line at 6 a.m. I feel like some people enjoy the camaraderie and it's fun, especially at 6 a.m. I'm like, I don't fucking want to be here at all.
Right.
Like let's hang out later and like high five and whoop it up a little bit. I don't want to be in line for 10 fucking hours. But,
right.
So kind of how the rail thing happened for me. So really, in general, it doesn't make sense that I'm a 311 fan. I'm a metalhead essentially.
Well, no, hard 311. Sorry, I just hit the ball while you're talking. I didn't mean to jump into this conversation, but I really want to. Hard 311 is fucking hard as fuck, man. I appreciate the really heavy 311 is fucking heavy. No, so I get the heavy metalness. It's not there a lot, There's an underlying tone of balance between it. But when it gets heavy, it gets really fucking heavy, man. And Tim does shred. He has been known to. He can fucking listen to these live shows. Man. I kind of wish I'd play a lot more jammy stuff. I miss some of these live jams are just fucking amazing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, when they're heavy. Fucking I love that about 311. Like hydroponic to me is like how heavy can it fucking get, you know?
Right.
Or fucking Unity into hydroponic. It's like a fucking we can go darker, we can go deeper. Fuck yeah. No, I get that. So the rail thing, fucking yeah. Sorry. It's all again now. So
so I go to all these metal shows and stuff, and it was all the big time of moshing and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm not a big guy, and so I was just trying to stand in the back for every show because I'm like, all right, I don't want to get my ass kicked. If there was I'd have like a handful of songs. Like, okay, if they play X song, I'll go in the pit and I'll go in there for like 30 seconds and just like get killed. So so when I started going to 311 shows, it was kind of the same thing. I'm like, well, I'm gonna just stand back here by the soundboard. I don't want to deal with any bullshit. I just want to fucking just rock out and not have people touch me. And so talking about the Travises, so we started traveling. Kind of like 08, 09 is when we started to kind of venture out a little bit more. So in the fall of 09, we went to go see him in Omaha, and so at the time we got there maybe 4 o'clock or something, which seemed like, oh my god, that's insane. Like the doors don't open for 2 more hours. Why would we get here now? So we were the first ones there. And, so we get in, we're like, well, shit, we're the first ones here. All right, I guess let's do it. Let's go to the rail. And what I would always hear from people was, oh man, Peanut Side is the greatest. Everybody's just so wild and just go crazy. And I'm like, cool, I'm fucking going on Tim and Essay side. Because I don't want wild and crazy. I want, I want to sit and I want to jump and I want to bang my head and rock out and stuff. I don't want to be having people bounce off me and shit like that, and I don't want to be bouncing off people. I don't want to mosh.
Yeah, the middle is always hard.
Yeah.
And it's because you get the combination of the people who want to rock, and you also get the combination of the older people who or the chicks who love Nick, or it's always or not, I'm not talking about the people who are always at the shows, but the people who maybe just go to that city show or or don't go to that many 311 shows. That's the place they want to,
Right.
So that place always bubbles up.
Right.
For me, we started out with Tim's side. We did Tim's side 311 in 2008. It was always Tim's side starting out. And then I think we switched to Peanut side randomly when the Puffy Hand started. It's, when the Puffy Hand show, you and Brett and them, it turns out, I think we're at that fucking Omaha show, 2009.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of the that was one of the craziest 311 shows pits I think I've ever seen. I'm so glad because it was Omaha. And, I don't know, it's special. I remember they played Visit. I love that show. But yeah, it's crazy that you were there that 09 show. Which now I think about it, statistically speaking, you probably are been to almost all my shows. So.
decent chance.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, that Omaha show was like I said, that was the first Puffy Hand show. It was just an offhand show, and it was fun to rock out with Puffy Hands. And the response from drunk girls before the show was kind of fun, Yeah, they always want to wear one, and it's no, but it's weird. Puffy, they've always gotten weird responses with people.
I think Becky actually won a pair of Puffy Hands in some contest that you've had years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It transcends everything.
I'm actually about to do another contest. Yeah, that's how terrible Puffy Hand contest. That's the dumbest thing ever. but I'll wind myself up. I got so stoned after the last one, and I'm gonna make Puffy coins instead of Bitcoins. They're gonna be Puffy coins. They're gonna have the. It's gonna be a real coin worth $17,000. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna do .000000311 Puffy coin, and it's kind of dope. It's a real coin. I got a cool design for the front and the back, and comes in a little case and everything.
Nice.
He said, I told you I'm gonna throw a handful of them at Peanut next time I see him. I just want next time I miff it with Nick and them, I'll just throw a handful of coins at them. Yeah, so that's funny. Puffy Hand contest. That's funny. It's been a long ride, man. I don't know. It's once you get a decade of 311, it's just it just kind of builds. It's a weird roller coaster ride that just keeps speeding up a little bit. Like you think it's about to like tip and like go down, but no, it just keeps like creeping and going along and slowly like gaining like a mile per hour and I don't know. It's been a crazy ride. Fuck yeah! Is there anything you're looking forward to for coming up 311 Day? And not to get critical of 311, but what do you want to see from 311? Because I kind of talked last time with Eric about, he does like the 311, online stuff. And, we're talking about live311.com. And fuck, if I've gone on there, just to listen to, gotten sucked in finding songs for, the Puffy Cast. And fuck if I haven't just gone on there. I already had like the first half of them like bought. But recently I've gone and just found more, But is there anything that, that's what I want to see. I want to see like more stuff, more live stuff. I'm just addicted to it. The audio even is great. But is there anything that you want to see from them? I mean, you don't have to get critical. I told myself, I got a note right here. Don't criticize through that. So is there anything I don't know that you want from them? Like what do you want from them?
No, I mean definitely it's the live stuff. Earlier when we were talking about how like the sound system come original, like that was kind of when I was like got sucked in, and so then like through Alyssa's site and a couple other sites like that, is where I find, okay, wait a minute, there's all these bootleg shows out there, and
she's got great stuff, man. Yeah. I don't know, check it. It's 311paradise.com now because I think somebody stole her website. Like it expired, which that happened to me, but I got it back.
Oh, nice.
Somehow, because you just forget. I don't know. Shit expires. And then if somebody sees a lot of traffic somewhere, places, there's actually just companies out there, and all they do is freaking find it, like expired websites and buy them, and then sell them back to the people. Sell them back for at a higher rate and everything. But so it's 311paradise.com now. So check that out now. There's so much awesome. There's like a show of like SA's inner earpiece where it's just SA, which is kind of crazy. But check. So let me plug that 311paradise.com now. I already said live311.com for like all the audio stuff. But yeah. So what do you?
So I started getting like super into all these bootleg shows just to have just anything I could get from the band. So you'd start hearing them talking in interviews about how we record all the shows and all that kind of stuff. And so from the very first times that I was meeting them, I'm like, hey, who's the guy, who's the bootleg guy? And it was like, well, Chad's the archivist. And so like every time I ever would see Chad, I'm like, hey man, like, are we gonna hear these shows? Like, what's going on?
Nice, good.
And unfortunately, I think it just it didn't. Not enough people were buying it. It obviously it cost them. Scotch has to mix the shows, and whatever. It costs however much to get server space or whatever. I mean, they're a rock band, but I mean it's a business, right? And I think just not enough people are buying it, and it kills me because I mean they have these shows. I mean, so in the summer I was like, Scotch, are you guys still recording all these shows? He's like, yeah. I'm like, come on, man, we gotta see these things. He's like, I know, we just gotta get to it. So yeah, and I mean like to think about a 311 Day box set, a cruise box set, whatever, just.
Blu-ray video of the shows, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I've been talking. I want 311 sweatpants.
Yeah. I want a 311 tie because nobody wears ties at my job, and I think it'd be hilarious to come in with a 311 tie one day.
Okay, that would work.
Fuck yeah, that's man. There's this band. Let me kick Tiny Rick real quick. There's this band, STS9, and they record all their shows, put it out live. They're kind of like 311. They always mix it up, and it's it's just an instrumental band. But they just had a service. It was called Drip, where instead of selling all their shows, you could subscribe to a monthly thing, and then because they tour all the time, and you could get like like almost like a streaming thing to where you could stream the songs on your phone, but it just went under. Like I saw the other day where they just quit doing it. So even and they've got a hardcore fan base. So man, I wish there was some way to figure something like that out with 311. Because imagine like a streaming website with 311 shows Because I remember in 2010 when they had the live webcast, you know, which is a pretty decent quality, even looking back now, you know, for pretty good on them for trying that shit, you know. Fuck if we didn't buy it, and at one point in Vegas, me and Maddie K were in our hotel room watching the fucking, you know, watching the replay of it, you know. It was just, you know, and I don't know, stuff like that. Just imagine like a website where you can just stream 311 shows, like at the shows, because I mean I'm gonna go to the shows regardless, you know. I would I would also stream the hell out of all of them. I don't know. I wish, you know, wish a lot of people would do it. I don't know. You think they have like 1 million Facebook fans? I don't know. You think you could get like maybe 10,000? Give you like $10 a month or something like that? You know, it's $100,000 a month. You know?
Yeah. I wish. I mean, there's been some amazing, you know, some amazing moments that I sure wish I had a copy of.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it. Fuck. So I'm so glad that our own iPhones now look amazing quality. So I don't get that many videos, but I gotta get a couple. You know, it's even like stealing the audio from them, and like I've been listening to the audio from the videos, and it's like fuck, man. This sounds great. I'll listen to. You know, I wish there was a way to bootleg 311. I feel like did they used to allow bootleg 311?
They did, yeah. Like around 99 and 2000, they did. And so there's a ton of shows. Like I mean, yeah, there's so many sound system tour shows because at that point, and I think they did it for a couple years after that. That they did allow you to do it.
I remember thinking or seeing that they had like a statement on their website about it saying it was like cool, to, you know, or something like that. So
yeah, they did it for a couple years. Yeah. Actually, last summer in Birmingham, I met this dude Roland, who was one of the very early tapers, and like you know, I know at some point I'm like, look, man, like I don't have anything to trade you, but like I really want to get these shows, and he's just like, yeah, whatever, just send me a bunch of blank CDs and I'll send these back to you, and then and then met him 16 years later. I'm like, hey, dude, we never ever talked, but thank you because you hooked me up with a whole bunch of bootleg shows back in the day.
Yeah, and that Transistor set looks amazing. And I'll tell you what really looks amazing to me is that Till the City's on Fire video, like the HD parts of that video, to me look fucking amazing. And I'd love something like that, like 311 Day, you know, something. I don't know. I think there's something about it that just looked fucking super HD and kind of live-y. I don't know if it was like where the shot frame rate, whatever it is, but it just looked cool, man. I don't know. I'd love something like that. But you know, like I said, you know, they didn't have to fucking do Transistor at Pow Wow, you know, by no fucking means. But fuck if that isn't a great show. So glad they did. You know, it's great. That's on live311.com too. I'm sure, man. Sucks that didn't. I'm gonna go back on there and just start buying a bunch of them. Fucking word up, man. This has been fun. Is there anything about 311 you want to say, or anything? I don't know. You know, get out there before we get into last song, final song of the day. 311 rules. 311 rules. I'll say that. 311 is a great band.
I'll say this. I think it shows people think that I'm probably really unfriendly. I'm just like really, really in the zone. Like the entire time that I'm in line, I'm just freaking out because something always goes wrong at the last second. It's like, okay, I've been here for 5 hours, and in the last 30 seconds, one of the security guards is going to do something wrong. I mean, this just happened on the fall tour. You know, you're in line and you're first, and then all of a sudden, they open up another line and 8 people got in before you. I'm like, I've been here for 6 hours, and they're like, I don't give a shit. So I'm like anxiety ridden like the entire time I'm in line. Like, and then I finally get there and I'm on the rail and I'm in my spot because I kind of like always want to be in the same area. And then I'm like, okay, is anything else going to happen? Like, is anything going to fuck this up? And like, I'm not calm until like the show starts. And then of course when the show starts, I don't want to talk to you then because I'm rocking out.
Zone the fuck in, yeah.
And then the show ends, and I'm trying to get a set list and stuff like that. Like, I feel bad sometimes because people are like, wow, this guy probably is a dickhead. I'm not. I'm just, I'm anxious. So I'm sorry.
I've gotten it, dude. I had it. Brett actually said the first time we met was at Birmingham one year, and he came up to me to say what's up, because we had the puffy ends and everything like that, and he said I totally blew him the fuck off.
It happens. You're in the zone.
Yeah, dude. That happens to me all the time. I'm high as shit usually when people meet me. So I'm always just like, like thrown off guard. And I usually try to say immediately that I'm high as shit. I just say it just so that, it's in the universe and kind of takes the pressure off of me a little bit. But I get it. No, I get it, man. You've always been cool. Fucking, no, I don't think you've ever come off fucking, weird or anything like that. I get it, dude. You got to be so good about stuff because me and Saskia were talking after. I didn't see her at all during the Knoxville show until as soon as the show was over. I was like, oh, there you are, because we're kind of waiting around trying to go get some. Yeah. And we're just walking. At that point, we're just walking back. They're finally, it always gets to the point where security's like, all right, you have to start moving that way. Yeah. And she fucking happened to still catch a pic even after the fucking time was over because she was so laser focused in on it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it, dude, man. Yeah. It's not being a dick. It's called being a fucking professional, I feel like.
I go to all these shows, and it's fucking hard work. I'm flying into the city the morning of the show. I'm flying. I'm usually like all summer. I'd fly from whatever city the show's in Monday morning. Straight back home and straight into work. I'm going to work on like 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. It's not easy to do this, and not like I'm not like I want anybody like bother me or anything like that. But just usually I'm fucking tired, Yeah. It takes a lot of work, and I'm there, and I'm there for that reason. And if it's I want this spot on the rail or I want this set list or whatever, like that's why I'm there, man. That's why I'm busting my ass. That's what makes me happy,
Yeah. Yeah, and like that, like I said, and I think anybody who's listening to this is fucking gets that completely. But I'll tell you, like that Knoxville show. So it was after the Nashville show, I went to the Knoxville show. That was the fourth show I went in a row. Man, that crowd I was surrounded by people at their first concert. I swear to God, and I'm on like the end of like a 4-day fucking 311 bender. It's really my third show in a row. They played Transistor Intro the night before. I'm showing up late as fuck with fucking brand new puffy hands, stoned as shit. Like by that fourth show, I was like sweatpants, fucking, like basically, I was showing up and fucking, I was not preparing, to do anything other than just fucking, let's get this over with. I was like, fuck. And I met all these people dressed up on a Tuesday night out, and their first 311 show. They're so excited. I'm just fucking. I swear I was the only one who like rocked out during like one of the same. I swear to God, I feel like I was the only one who rocked out around where I was, and I jumped like really hard. At one point during the first couple songs, I was standing in one spot, and I don't know when it happened, but I was in a completely different spot, surrounded by completely different people, like 6 feet to the left of where I was standing. I don't know when it happened. I don't know. Like at one point, if like one of my jumps like went 6 feet one way and I landed, and it just felt like it happened. But no, I get it. There's some people. It was a weird show for me there, and I come off fucking. I'm telling you, man, we got people who love us, we got people who fucking hate us, and have no problem letting us know that. And I'm stoned as shit, and like, great. Can't wait to see your picture. I can't wait to see your pictures. So, cause fuck yeah, if I didn't get up front right now for to rock the fuck out, you just let me on rail, cause I won't, it won't be it's a lot easier when it's on rail. Just just let me up there, it's fine. Funny story, man. 311 2010. Me and Maddie K were maybe like 10 heads back when it started, and that first song, fucking Surge. Which last couple years, it's I feel like the crowds have been a lot, easier. It's not like it's not like a whole audience surge. It's can be a couple, meat-headed, big people trying to force their way up or something like that, or like something about fucking redneck drunk fat chicks. I'm not supposed to say any of that stuff. I just going to apologize for that last bit. But it's true, and I just want to apologize for it being true. But I can't tell you how many of those I've had to fucking force their way up for me, because they know I can't hit a woman. They know it, and I won't. Even though it wouldn't hurt as bad because I'm wearing puffy hands, but still I won't do it. I'm going to apologize for that part too. But Man, I get it, dude. Like, there's some fucking crazy fans. Like, it's not as much of a surge now, but 311 2010, there was this fucking whole crowd surge, and it pushed forward. And me and Matty K went from being like 10 back to like the second person back by no effort of our own. We got shoved forward by some other people going forward, and we just happened to get caught up in it. And next thing you know, we're just standing by all these people who've been up front. You know, we're just like, I'm sorry, I'm staying. I didn't do it. I'm staying. But yeah, I mean, you know, now it's like, it's a lot more chill now. That doesn't really happen now. I remember 311 Day 2006. It was me and like 4 or 5 other people. And I swear to God, as soon as the first song started, we were all grouped together, and I never saw them. Me and Matty K ran into each other like 17 songs later. As soon as it went off, like, the crowd just went, like, just turned into particles. And, like, I don't know, like, it was crazy, man. That was crazy. Me and Matty K just totally got lost in that show. I don't know how you get lost in a 311 show, but fuck if that pit wasn't fucking nuts to where you got lost. You know? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was fucking saying.
Well,
I was fun to say.
It's for, I mean, I totally agree about
the crowd.
The crowd stuff. So, like, even though 09 is when I officially was, you know, baptized by the rail, still for those next couple 311 days, I just did seats with Brett and Suzanne. You know, because I was right.
I wish I could.
You watch the 2004 DVD. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I would not have the energy to fight people off for 4 hours, for 5 hours. So I didn't do the rail for 311 Day until 2012. It's the first time I did it. And, you know,
I wish I could do that.
Now I'm gonna do it. You know, I've done it every time since. Yeah. But it's not as horrible. I'm old, man. I can't. You know, I don't have. I can't fight people off that long. I got enough stamina to do my own jumping, but as far as fighting people off, I cracked a rib right before the 2012 311 Day in fucking Boise, Idaho. They went off in Boise, Idaho, and I was just getting pummeled, just completely like doubled over the rail, just hammered, and I like cracked a rib.
That's hardcore. It's I sound like it being more chill now. I'll still go the fuck off though. I'll just hurt later, you know. My legs will cramp the next day. Just need muscle relaxers. That just helps, you know. But fuck, I wish I could have seats at 311 Day and not rock out with puffy hands. That sounds like a fucking fun time, you know. But nope, I gotta be right up fucking front, yelling at Peanut, fucking, because that's what I just have to do. You know,
it's a different experience. It sounds cheesy, but you know, I mean, you get the band sees you, and you know, whatever Nick points at you, and Tim throws you a drumstick, and I mean that shit happens. It's real, you know.
Yeah.
And it sounds.
I got the point outs are great. I love the point outs. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's so. Okay. So I was about to wrap this up. So just to wrap this up, because like, so, you know, this whole thing is just a fucking way for me to fucking brag about my own shit, and not make it seem that way, but like not make it seem that way. But that's very thinly veiled, because I very much make it seem that way. Yeah, my whole shtick is just changing out the word puffy with other words and fucking, you know, whatever. Fucking eat it up, puffy coins. But I'm just kidding. But so like, what's the coolest shout out thing that you think you've ever gotten to 311? Because I've seen that recorded one. That was cool.
Well, as far as actual like stage shout outs, I got it for my 100th and my 200th show.
That's cool.
You know, both times they dedicated Hive to me. And for my 100th show, it was in Ventura, California. It was a pretty tiny place, and I had a ton of my friends with me. And like, they played Hive. So right before, so when they play Hive live, it starts out just with Chad doing the bass drum. So like right before that starts, Nick kind of just like walked to the edge of the stage and just kind of pointed at me. I'm like, okay. And then they played it, and I'm going crazy. And then at the end of the song, he's like, you know, hey, that song is dedicated to our man Ron. He's celebrating his 100th show. And everyone's like, oh my god. And then the my 200th, which was so not this past summer 2016 in LA. And before they played the song, he gave me the shout out. But then, I guess another cool. I guess the third one that I got this past summer in Chicago, the afternoon of the Chicago show, they played a little radio station, like contest winner type of situation. It was like 75 people in the room. We had to sit down. It was like very weird. But they're getting interviewed. They play a song and get interviewed. And the interview asked about, was there ever like a fan that you're like, wow, like this guy's like really a fan? And Nick's like, well, here, Essay, why don't you take the ball here? And Essay's like, well, yeah, we got some of them here. My man here, Ron Ivanjack, man, he goes off. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's people are at work or whatever, like why do you need to see him so many times or whatever? It all sounds cheesy, man, but I mean, it really goes both ways. If I had seen Kiss 200 times, Kiss still would not give two shits about me. It's just
right, you're on a fucking album cover, for crying out loud, They put us on a fucking album cover.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I've been so fortunate to have so many interactions with the guys, and it just, like I said, it goes both ways, man. They know how much I love them and how hard I go for them, and, they return the favor, in various ways.
Like I said, we're lucky how fucking great they are and how cool they are, like you said.
Yeah, I can never.
I can tell you how disappointed it is when you meet somebody you like and they're just kind of a fucking asshole, But no, they've always just been more than fucking just amazing every time,
Yeah.
They're even when they're not feeling it, they're fucking still there to fucking do it for you. It's great guys, man. It's amazing.
And pretty much everybody, in the organization, everybody's just pretty much down to earth and just cool.
Do you ever get the vibe of have you ever gotten the vibe of do not allow, or something crazy? Because we throw a Puffy Andy on stage every chance we get, and they respond to maybe like 1% of them. Because half the time I hook them. I hooked one fucking in Knoxville. I asked this chick if she'd swap with me so I could throw the Puffy, and I got up there, then I hooked it to the right. Like, fuck. Okay. Just hobbled back to my thing,
Sleep back.
Yeah, fuck it up, So they're just like old. So I know they gotta be just annoyed with fucking just used Puffy ends, just constantly throw away at the end of the night, because I'm annoyed with it too. I got a trunk full of them I still haven't dealt with from the fall tour, but I don't know, or has it always just been just cool and welcome, from them?
I mean, there's maybe a handful of times where I won't name names, but but maybe somebody's just kind of not in the mood. Like I feel like some of them, like if when you randomly see them. They're like, oh, hey, Ron, how you doing? And sometimes they're like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. It needs to be on my terms. And again, they're people. I get it. And if that was the only time I ever met them, maybe I'd be like, oh my god, this guy's a jerk, and it would be terrible. But it's just like, oh yeah, he's having a bad day. That's fine. He'll come out later, or whatever. So I can't really complain at all.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. It's almost like, thank God for Twitter, because it's almost like I don't know, you're like Bear out there, a little bit. So, they can kind of, it's cool to see just Peanut and them act, the way they react, the way they would tweet and everything. Liking random tweets. I think it's hilarious. I always love when Peanut just responds to a random tweet about something nonsense, I think that's just funny. Yeah, I mean, I get it, dude. It's crazy. Man, this has been fun as hell, dude. Let's stop right here. It's been fun to talk through 11 Day. Talking through 11 Day with you has made me excited to do these 11 Day specials. Like, I want to count down to 311 Day before 311 Day, and because I've got audio, I can get audio for most of the 311 days by this point. You know, some type of audio. Yeah. A couple of whole shows. I think audio from like 06 on. I think there's some form of audio out there. Even 04, even, if I wanted to fucking rip DVDs or something like that. But I'll fucking have you back. Let's talk about one of these 311 days again in more detail with like some music and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, it's been fun, dude. Thanks again for talking. It's been 311 is cool, I guess. 311 is fuck. It's just I don't know. It takes over,
311 as fuck.
Yeah, I love that.
That's all there is.
It makes me laugh every time I see it on my license plate. That's true. Yeah, this person doesn't have Twitter, you know. The person who approved it had no idea. I'm like, fuck yeah. They asked me about it, and I was like, I'm not saying. 311 Av. I'm like, it's a comic book character. But yeah. So nice. Thanks, man. Hey, so let's end on a song of the day, or song of the week, I guess I should say. We're gonna do fucking Hive.
Yes.
Because it's motherfucking Hive. So yeah, fucking let's do that. Thanks again, man. Fucking it's been fucking real.
All right, man. See you.
All right, fucking Hive.
Not 9 to 5, still go for the high. Come like a nightmare. We're not coming to go for it. Moving around, but you gotta show for it. Let it be known that I'm in the zone now. Whatever I need, I just pick up the phone. Cause I'm true with it, you're new with it. Just swing the thing and then I'm through with it. I don't need friends to act like foes. I'm Nick Hexum, the one who knows about things. It takes two and we swing. Better than you, then it's time for the dump. And we roll to the bump. And you know just what I do. I'm hitting in a free flow. Pulling all alone, sipping on easy, lo and behold. Moving busy on from body to top. And I just can't stop. 311 shows in the air's rarefied. Don't give a damn cause the groove is hellified. Grew up punk, listening to punk. I'm a hyper type of villain that did not cut shock. You're the back of the pack, you're the bottom of the stack. Back what you get when you're steady talking shit. Not go for style. Shit is on the shelf, not 95. Still go for the high.
This ain't gonna fuck with this. And if I fit the mean, I'm gonna fuck the fist. Now but I say me, I'm gonna rock it. You're gonna fuck out it. I'm making sure that when I'm on the lock. And the beat is far, good and big it. And the beat is strong. Doing shit to pop the show will stop. So, be the beat to get locked. Now, back and part to the hallway. We the power top on the fans, the mess. And if you don't know, it's a kind of show. Do what you want and all the dance floor. Talk to the style as well. I can rock that. Come back, cause it's rock the slash. We got some moments and hold this flower. Make a tune to the middle round the door. Been thinking you when you never been. Done what we wanted, crack the poem. You can rock, there is a glow around you. Here's control home, just the crazy. Come on, hide the octane with the wash relate. Let the brother look your mama and your masquerade. I feel the knock when you're deaf for Jesus. I hear voices.
That's a Martinez. You're all up in my mix like fucking Betty Crocker. You think you're playing me, but actually you're a jocker. You bad mouth me bitch, man, you giving me juice. It ain't nothing but a party, everybody get loose. Notice when it don't do is best step to me. Whenever you complain, so sue me. I say fuck the naysayers. I keep going, gotta do what I gotta do to get some people going. So let everyone gather. The more, the better. I represent the traveler. If he's ready, come on.
You can tell from the time it's me. I'm finishing the day quickly. I'm out on the time war, starting with no war. But do what opportunity and nothing with it. I can't appreciate and your brother never fucking music. To be rabbit, you know my style has hit. On the way I feel now, I just got to rock the music. I'm coming through it like a laughing shot. I think a blink and I wait with the shit I'm tired of this nothing. I'm an eyelash, you wanna fuck it.
You're the back of the pack at the bottom of the stack.
In the
That's
back.
what you get when your daddy talking shit. Not going south. Shit is on the shelf, not 9 to 5. Still go for the